Hello Libra, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you might be in a relationship. This could be a situationship. This could also be simply that you've exchanged glances and you know that there's something there, but no one's speaking up. In those type of situations, it's very energetic. There's a lot of energy between two people. Some of you might be feeling it, maybe, because you have here the sexuality card. A lot of energy. A lot of chemistry. Yikes. Libra, what is happening? Oh, it's like your new year is not off to a good start. Sorry to hear that for some of you. I hope it is, but these cards, these do indicate the other person, but because of the intensity of them, it does seem that some of you might be affected by this as well. Also, I just wanted to mention, I do these readings through my higher intuitive self. I actually don't channel through any spirit guides. I never have. Only in the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, to provide you with a little bit of advice, some guidance as to what next steps you can take in this connection. Oh, Libra. You have a few dark cards here that I categorize as dark. You have your order and chaos, fear, betrayal, illusion, boundaries. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards that are quite heavy and quite negative, but this does mean that this person is thinking of this and they're feeling like this. But some of you might be feeling this as well. You may be mirroring the other person, which is very common. It is common to do that. And it's simply because you exchange energy. The energy that you have, sometimes you can feel them and then you start feeling like that. And when I say feel them, you feel them energetically from a distance. All right, we have here change, order, surrender, fear, sexuality, betrayal, illusion, boundaries, nourishment. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you, Libra, what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Libra, everything that has happened, the way things turned out, it was and it is all wrong. It shouldn't have been this way. This is not the way things should be still. There needs to be a change. I would like to bring a swift change into this connection. Quick. Because things can no longer remain the same. If we don't change them, then we will still continue in this loop. Round and round we go. The same old things, same old problems we face. I want to make a change because I don't want to be in the situation that we have both been in for quite some time. I also feel that in this connection, there's a sense of order, but there's order and chaos. There are certain choices that I need to make. I have been at a crossroads and I still am. But this crossroads, all 4, front and back, left and right, they're all full of clouds and fog. And so I really don't know which way to go. I don't know what type of change to make, what type of decision to make. Even though I know, and you know, that something needs to change, it is hard for me to put myself into that position and try to make a change because it just doesn't work. For that reason, I stay still and I don't make a move. And because of this, I find it difficult to even move on. I don't want to make the wrong move and take the wrong road because I might just make a mistake. And I believe I already have made a mistake in this connection before. Even though in my heart, I have surrendered to you. My mind, my body, my heart. I feel as though I belong to you and you belong to me. This is something that I feel very strongly about. Right now, I am no longer the same person that I used to be. At some point in time, I used to be very confident. A long time ago, I was confident. But I'm not confident anymore. I've lost my confidence. I've lost my self-esteem. I've lost my mojo. Now I fear. I fear you. I fear the unknown and what I have done. Am I paranoid? Yes. Do I have anxiety? Yes, I do. Whatever I did, the reality of it now hits me. And I realize now that I have been a terrible, terrible human being. I have not been truthful, not been nice. And I used you for my selfish reasons, sexually, manipulated you, emotionally manipulated you, overindulged in that hot body of yours. I love the way you look. I can't help it. I'm addicted to you. But I know what I did was wrong. Because I treated you like an object and all I ever did was just lust after you. And I betrayed you in this way. You were bringing in love. I was holding back love. I didn't want to share love. I know in this connection I have betrayed you. I have behaved in a way that was very unpredictable, something that you just didn't think could happen. It's as if you never really knew me at all. All this time was I just a stranger. The things that I have said and done, the trust and the faith that I've broken, I can't really take that back, and that is why I hide behind a veil, behind a false mask. That is why I feel embarrassed, and that is why I hide from you. It gives me a good excuse to stay away. I don't know how to face you, so the only thing I can do is turn the other way. If I knew how to face you, I would. But I'm very nervous, and I get anxiety, sometimes even panic attacks thinking about this. About how I treated you and what I did to you. The only thing I can do to save you from me is to put my boundaries up. And that's what I've done. I've put up my boundaries. I've kept my distance. And I do feel that being emotionally involved is still a very tough one for me. I can't be. I don't want to be. Even though overall I see that you are this perfect mate, the perfect person. You have this way of fulfilling me, spiritually, emotionally, physically. And yet, I don't embrace that side. The only side I was after was a physical side. I took you for granted, and I shouldn't have. I do want to change. the situation that we are in, the way I am, but I find it difficult. I don't find it easy to change. All right, Libra. That was awkward, wasn't it? So some of you got involved in this relationship thinking that, I'm getting the word casual, so some of you might have been in a casual friends with benefits type of connection, and one of you thought that it could move beyond that and become serious, and some of you thought that you were serious, that you were committed. But it turns out that the other person, their mindset was only fixated on that. And even if you were not casual or a friends with benefits connection, this connection that you had was very one-sided. It clearly shows here. This person has betrayed you. And this could be vice versa, guys. This could be reversed. But I am focusing on your person of interest. So on average, this will be a person of interest. This tiny portion of you may feel that this is reversed. You see, what's happened here is that this person took advantage of you. They took you for granted. They used you sexually, maybe even. And now they're afraid and they're embarrassed. And so what's the best thing to do? Are they able to face you? What are they going to say to you? They can't say anything. So they're embarrassed, and therefore they just put up these boundaries. In addition to the embarrassment, they're also worried here with the fear card that something bad might happen. They're a little paranoid. Maybe even paranoid that the world might find out, or somebody might find out. The cat's out of the bag. I'm getting that phrase right now. So if you're wondering why this person hasn't reached out to you, it's because of two things. They're purposely putting up the boundaries because they're afraid. So there's fear and there's boundaries. Okay, let's have a look at the reason why this may have happened right in the first place. So let's have a look at the reason why something like this, why this relationship started to go downhill. Interesting. Oh, wow. I just had this card for another reading, but it came out horizontal, which is really weird. Okay. So we have fertility, and then we have the Prince of Cups. So the fertility card does talk about how somebody might have a problem with family or children or commitment in terms of a long-term setting. Like, for example, this person could have just been a player, and from your point of view, you're thinking that, you know, you're going to be together forever and ever and have a family. But it turns out this person is just a player. That's the type of scenario we're dealing with here, with the attitude when it comes to family and growth and prosperity in a home. Here we have how there was a lack of growth and abundance, and the feeling of not wanting to be under one's rule. So this person wants freedom. A new marriage or a special relationship, but wanting to have freedom. Not taking practical actions in regards to children, artistic endeavors, or wealth, or investments, or the home. Having an issue with fertility, with pregnancy, sterility, having an issue with family. Any type of family, even extended. What happened here was there's a sense of deprivation or sterility. Feeling the lack of material resources and limitations that overwhelm. So feeling the lack of material resources, this person felt like they were maybe poor. They could not afford things, they could not satisfy you. And that was one of the issues here, that they felt that they're not good enough for you. Worthless and worthy and unworthy. That's what I'm getting. They don't feel they're worthy of you. Or no, you're worthy of them. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Here we also have limitations that overwhelm. So there are limitations here that this person has. There's a limit to what they can do, a limit to what they can achieve. And because they cannot go beyond that, it's actually starting to really irritate them. Here we also have the Prince of Cups. The Prince of Cups here talks about how there used to be inspiration, grace, pleasure, and ambition, but now there is a lack of that. Here it talks about not wanting to turn their dreams into reality. There's a person that may have taken for granted the love, the beauty, and the emotional richness that existed in this connection. Here, there is a need to be more receptive to beauty, to love, and to harmony. There was a problem of overindulging in fantasies. Yeah. So this person had a lot of fantasies, overindulging in fantasies, and this is a prince. This is somebody that's not so mature. In this deck, a prince is considered the knight, but still, this is not a good situation. I do read the reverse in this particular deck. So overindulging in fantasies. So yes, do they have fantasies about you? Yes, they do. Have they talked to you about their ideas, their plans? Yes, they did. Were they practical about it? Absolutely not. Everything was like a fantasy to them. And until reality hit, they were just thinking life is going to stay the way it is. And this is why change is important. Change is needed, but it's hard to make that change. All right, let's have a look. I have here the Beginner's Tarot. So this is any type of action, any plan, any intention that this person might have towards you in the coming future, any actions that they might take, any plans that they have. Oh, the Chariot's here, very nice. Finally wanting to make a decision. They're afraid that they might just lose you. Temperance, another major arcana, really nice. Oh my. Then you have here the Tower, another major arcana. So this is a really interesting story right here. Under the bottom of the deck, the overarching theme, you have Ace of Wands. So what I can definitely see here, Libra, is that if you wanted some type of change in this connection, you're going to get it. And it's going to happen very swiftly. Here we have Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, this person views you as this. They feel that you're very gentle, very soft. There's a lot of unconditional love that comes from you. And they realize that you're somebody who's just very nurturing, caring, protecting. They admire this and they love this about you. This is what they do love. That you're somebody who is very soft. You're just a soft soul. And that's okay. That's good. Here we also have the Chariot. Two things. This person has finally made a decision. They're going to make a decision. And in addition to that, they're starting to realize that too much time has been wasted. For that reason, they're trying to rush back into your life. Here we have the Chariot card with the rushing of these two horses. However, there's a little bit of a sense of directionless kind of an aim here. This person still is trying to find the proper direction. So they're trying to find a method how to come back into your life. They just don't know how. But do they want to? Is there an intention of wanting to come back into your life? Yes, there is an intention of rushing back into your life. That is one of the intentions here for sure. And what do they want to do as a result? Temperance card. They want to make a better balance in this connection. They want to settle things, make things better, fix things, and not have any issues going forward. We also have here, with an equal give and take between the both of you, and they also feel this is divinely guided. With a Tower card, this talks about how when this person restores balance, but when they're going to try to restore balance. The very pillars of the foundation that they had created, their thoughts, their mindset, their beliefs, a lot of things at some point in time are going to change. They're going to literally revamp whatever it is that's going on, and they're going to try to make this work, actually. I do see that. They're going to have to make a decision that's going to be very uncomfortable for them. And I do see them trying to make that sacrifice and trying to make a change simply because the Queen of Cups, they do feel that you're amazing. Because of the Temperance, they want to have a better connection with you, equal give and take. And of course, the Passion, Ace of Wands, still exists. They want to be and give you that extra love, extra passion. They feel that it's needed in this connection. They do miss you, and therefore I do see them wanting to rush back into your life and give you a proper kind of give you the attention that you deserve. And it's not just about lust anymore now, it's love and lust. So is this person going to come back into your life? Yes, I definitely see that here with a Chariot card. Is there going to be some change? Yes. Do I see any action? Yeah, definitely. These are many, many action cards here. Ace of Wands is an action card. Chariot's an action card. Temperance, there is action being taken there. The other guys are just falling off this tower, yeah. That's definitely an action happening. That lightning really did strike right up there. So there's a lot going on here. Don't be surprised if this person just suddenly, out of the blue, just kind of pops, you know, this text message, or they just kind of call you, and you're wondering, what the hell? Where have you been for the past few years? What's wrong with you? Right? Like, there are these random things that happen sometimes, and it catches us off guard. But that's the way things work sometimes, with lightning speed. So just remember, be prepared. You know, prepare for the unexpected. If you have certain things you want to say to this person, just, I'm saying, like, just memorize it. Like 4 sentences maximum. And just as points. That way, at least when you speak, you won't be wasting any time. Choose a new direction. I'm supposed to do it. Let me do a prayer first. Okay. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel. This was already being sent by them. They always know that at the end of this particular reading, this is what I do. Okay, choose a new direction and get more information. Interesting. We have here peaceful resolution. Not the right time. Reconsider. And then we have forgiveness. In the near future. Wow, lots of information here. So first and foremost, they're saying choose a new direction and get more information. Now, these two go hand in hand. Choosing a new direction. So the path is the same in your destiny and your fate, the way you want it to be if you're on this timeline right now. You can jump timelines, which means just reality. Just make a different decision and you're a different reality again. They're already written for you by the celestial beings, and so every time you jump from one storyline to another, you still have a story that's written for you. You're just acting that part out. And whatever line you're on, that is your most likely outcome. Here we have choose a new direction. So whatever direction you're on right now, whatever path you've taken, not necessarily towards this person, but maybe the approach that you have in regards to this connection, the situation, this particular argument, whatever's happening. They're saying to choose a different method of approach so that you can get a different result. You can only do that by getting more information. So the reason why the get more information card is here, it's because there's a lack of information that you have, which is not allowing you to make the right type of move or decision. So it is important maybe to get more information about this person, about the situation, about the problems that are occurring. Some type of information is needed here, and intuitively you will know what it is that you're supposed to gain more knowledge in. Here we also have, after you have this change of direction and this method of approach, after you get this information that you need, they're saying it is important to take action in the future. By taking action, this will be during the time that will bring on a peaceful resolution. So it is important to know that, yes, actions speak louder than words. Now, action could literally be that you maybe reach out to them and say, hey, do you want to talk about this? Maybe they don't, and that's fine. Then you just leave them. And if they don't call you or contact you within 5 months, then it's time for you to move on. Why 5? My angel guide, Angel Faculus, told me 5 months. That's why. If a person is supposed to come back to you, give it 5 months and then they will. If not, then it's time for you to not waste any more time and time for you to move on. Here we have take action. So this does indicate for yourself to take action, to have that peaceful resolution, to work on this connection with this person. However, they're also saying here, right now is not the right time. So even if you take action, it's not going to be any time right now, okay? This is going to be a little bit far in the future. Here we have not the right time. Reconsider what it is that you are going to say and do in this connection. Eventually, there's going to be a sense of forgiveness in this connection. So forgiveness is key. Forgiveness is needed. It is very important to forgive somebody if it is possible that you can. You don't have to forget, but you can forgive. Why is it important to forgive somebody? First of all, the way to do it, first of all, let's just go back. It is important to forgive somebody because, like I've mentioned before, holding a grudge is like holding a negative energy bubble around you that just orbits around your body. We have a lot of negative energies around us all the time, around us and inside of us, even in our homes. And so it is important, like, you don't want one extra negative energy bubble around you. Just burst that bubble. How? By understanding and having some compassion for this person, literally feeling sorry for them, feeling pity for them, knowing that, you know what? They just didn't know any better. They really didn't. They didn't know any better because of their life experiences, their circumstances, how they were brought up. They did what they did because they thought that that was what's the best thing for them. Were they thinking about you? No. Do they have to think about you? Maybe not. If they told you they loved you, maybe they didn't because that was something that they were just saying, just for the hell of it. What's important here is to forgive somebody and to have that compassion towards them. If you want to move this connection forward, that is how it's going to move forward, if there's a sense of forgiveness. Now, either you may ask them or they may ask you for forgiveness, but either way, granting it will be the best approach. Now, also, when it says here reconsider, just reconsider what it is that your actions were going to be, what you were going to say, what you were going to do. Once you reconsider this and once you think about it, the outcome will be different. Here we also have under the bottom of the deck the overall arching theme, in the near future. So there are a few things that are going to happen in the near future. You may be choosing a new direction, a different approach, a method. You'll do this after you get more information. Eventually you'll be able to take some action and bring a peaceful resolution in this connection. However, right now is not the right time, but reconsider what it is that you're going to say and do, and eventually there will be a sense of forgiveness in this connection, which will actually bring this connection forward. So choosing a new direction also is that your destination is the same, your route and your road has just changed, however. So you can still reach that place, but the method of approach, the way of approach might be different. Will the results be the same? Yes, they will. You just have to think about it in a different way, whatever you're going through. Whatever that means to you, Libra, let me know. All right. That is your reading. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situations. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this resonated. Also, I just wanted to mention I'm still taking in orders for love readings. So these are written report readings. And if some of you are interested, you can just go to my website, www.asnointia.com. You can go to the rates and packages section. And over there, you'll see a few of the ones that I have open still. And just go through the description first before you place an order to see if that is really what you want. And that is what you'll receive, obviously. Hopefully, for some of you, you'll be able to get over this whole situation and not feel so manipulated and used. And some of you might not want to forgive this person, right? You don't have to. That's up to you. But what you should do is leave this person altogether, then jump on a different timeline and live your life on that particular line. There's many, many realities that we can live in, and the celestial beings create them for us. They're like written scripts, and we're the actors and actresses, or we're just hopping on from one to the other. But unless you actually take that story won't come true because you're not playing the part. So some of you might feel like you're literally stuck in this person's, life and situation, and you feel used and you feel like it's going to happen again. If you feel like that, there's no need or no reason to be back with this person. No. Reconsider what it is that you're going to say and literally choose a new direction from this individual. That is for a tiny portion of you. All right, Libra. Thank you once again for tuning in. I will see you guys again. You all take care. Stay safe. Bye now.